What's up, everybody? Before we get started again, let's make sure that we don't have these audio problems. So I'm going to just sit here for a second, and we are going to make sure that we sound good. So, how's everybody doing here on this Friday afternoon? See? I knew it. No, we don't. I hate this. I hate technology. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. Anyway, that work? There we go. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check. There we go. We got it. We fixed it. I don't know what's wrong with this. I don't know why I'm staticky as soon as I start the shows every time. But we fixed it, and we're here today. I'm sick of it. Sick of technology, guys. But we're here today because we got some big news yesterday. As Kyle and Tino were talking some King of the Ring and Double or Nothing yesterday. And during everything that happened yesterday, Friday Night SmackDown. Or not yesterday, it's SmackDown, I should say. Just yesterday in general, Triple H having some interviews and everything. We got some big news about SummerSlam and some big news about tomorrow's PLE in Saudi Arabia with the King and Queen of the Ring. So, we're going to start off with King and Queen of the Ring first. If you guys did not hear, yesterday we did see and we got some news that we will be seeing the winners of that King and Queen of the Ring tournaments will be getting a title shot at SummerSlam. No, not this SummerSlam. This SummerSlam is in the year 2026. We're talking about this year's SummerSlam in July. So, SummerSlam, July, at least I think, right? July, August, one of those two. I don't even know the exact date for SummerSlam, so let me know. But SummerSlam, the winner of the King and Queen of the Ring will get their opportunity at the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship and the Women's Championship or the WWE Women's Championship. Whatever title that they want, I'm assuming like a WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble, I'm assuming. So, we'll have to see what happens. But big news for King and Queen of the Ring. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about all of the situation that will be going down with all of that? Are you guys happy with that? I know SmackDown has been on. I know it's kind of going on right now, a little bit ago. So, if you did see and you have seen spoilers from SmackDown, please do not ruin it in for the chat for me. We will be here live watching the show. I have seen a few things, but I'm trying my best to stay off of social media. So come and hang out here tonight as we will watch the show. That is Friday Night SmackDown, as we'll be less than 24 hours, or we already are less than 24 hours away, to King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. So, that is the news for King and Queen of the Ring. Like I said, if there's anything else that you are going to and that you want to talk about with that, let me know. But the big news, guys, that we got yesterday, you guys know ever since COVID, ever since WrestleMania 36, we have seen WrestleMania 36, 7, 8, 9, and 40 all be 2 nights. Well, in 2026, they're doing it to SummerSlam at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the home of those Minnesota Vikings, those purple people eaters. US Bank Stadium, the biggest party of the summer. It's August 1st. And it's August 2nd. It's going down. It's SummerSlam in Minnesota at US Bank Stadium. So, the question I'm answering today for you guys is, why are they doing this? Well, they are doing this for many reasons, I'm assuming. Because they've seen how successful WrestleMania has been. The weekend of WrestleMania, SmackDown, Friday, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, the Hall of Fame, and everything else like that. But they are also doing it, guys, because you got to think. Having 2 nights of a show, that gives opportunities to more people to go to the show. Because what if you can't go both nights? What if you can only go one night? Maybe people can go on Sunday, maybe they can't go on Saturday. Maybe people can go on Saturday, maybe they can't go on Sunday. So, I think that's a big reason on why they added this to and everything that is going down with and at SummerSlam. And honestly, I would not be shocked or surprised if we see this happen to a Survivor Series, a Royal Rumble, maybe another pay-per-view. I will say this. I really hope that they don't just start doing this at every pay-per-view. There's no reason to have 2 nights of every show. Now, if they want to do SummerSlam and WrestleMania, I'm okay with that. Maybe add a Survivor Series. Maybe. I don't really think Survivor Series needs 2 nights. I don't think any show really needs 2 nights besides WrestleMania. But, again, I get it. It's all about that money, guys. They're going to be racking in money with the sponsors, with the matches. They're able to put more people on the card. They're able to do more things and make sure that they go out there and they make sure. And they're able to have themselves and make sure that, you know, everything will be going down with the show of shows at SummerSlam. So, what do you think about the 2-night SummerSlam event? Do you guys think it's going to be a good thing? Do you guys think it's going to be a bad thing? Do you guys think it's, like, what do you guys think about it? So I'm going to get to the chat. We're going to talk a little bit about SmackDown, what happened, and what is going to go down tonight at SmackDown, and if you have not seen the results. But if you have, then please do not tell us in the chat, because I'm sure everybody's seen it on Instagram. I'm sure everybody's seen it on Facebook, all of that nonsense. So it is what it is. But let's try to do our best not to do it, because I still am. I see Eric in the chat. We are still going to be live here tonight. We are going to be live here tonight for Friday Night SmackDown, because honestly, I did not know that it was going to be taped. But tonight we will go and we'll watch all the matches that were and that went down earlier in Saudi. And hopefully, as I said, hopefully we don't see too many spoilers. We got 3.5 hours left. But WrestleMania. SummerSlam is, I think Chris said it. What did he say? Chris said this year's SummerSlam is August 3rd? August 3rd. So, okay, I thought it was July. Money in the Bank's in July then. So, August 3rd for this year's SummerSlam. But in 2 years, guys, what do you guys think about SummerSlam being and going and being at 2 nights? Well, I think it will be a good thing. Like I said, it will bring more people. We'll have more matches, more people being able to participate, more people being able to do their thing, more people being able to showcase what they can do. And again, it's all about the money. Because US Bank Stadium, I don't know how many exactly people it can hold, but I know it can hold a lot of people. So it's going to be up, and it's going to be very interesting to see what goes down at SummerSlam in 2026, how they do this, what they do with it, where they go with it, and how many matches we have on the card for SummerSlam 2026. We got Steve in the house. What's up, Steve? Steve, what do you think about the 2 nights of SummerSlam? I'm sure you're going to do a video. I think you did talk about it in one of your shorts. So, what'd you think about it, Steve? And what do you also think about King and Queen of the Ring winners now giving and being able to get their opportunity at a title? So, this is going to be our time now. We're going to chat. Like I said, this episode ain't going to be too long. Really not too much else to say about that, but I figured we'd talk for a little bit before I go and we get ready for SmackDown, as I said, unless you have seen all the results. So, Chris, what did Chris got to say? I'm okay with SummerSlam going 2 nights. I think it's going to be good because, again, because I think this also has a big thing to do with it. I think the other big thing that we also got to think about is the UFC made a comment about the WWE going back to Sunday PLEs because UFC is going to be going back and they're going to be doing the Saturday shows. So I wonder if maybe that they don't have UFC shows at certain times because I don't know when. Maybe it's not until next year. But obviously, this going down 2026, we don't know where everything will be at. We don't know where UFC will be. We don't know where TKO will be and everything else like that. But it makes sense for it with the money, the aspect, and everything else like that. So, should be interesting to see how they handle this. So, what I honestly think it's a good thing. Makes the event feel more important. I think the Royal Rumble will also follow suit, which will be needed. Survivor Series War Games could work also. More people get on the bigger show with so many PLEs. Only having 5 matches now. Only real downside is going to be ticket prices. Oh, Steve, you already know. So, that was going to be the next thing. Steve led me right into it, and he's not even hosting on the show with me. The prices. We heard, and speaking of prices, we have heard that the prices for Peacock, the Netflix thing or whatever that's going down with WWE, I did see something that it's going to be like $20 a month. So if that's the case, I mean, I guess that's not awful because we do pay $15.99, or if those that do pay $15.99 for HBO Max, $11.99 for Peacock, and everything else like that. It's just another streaming service to add. But if they're going to add a package where it includes other streaming services, then I kind of hope that includes with whatever. But the ticket prices for the event now. As you guys know, I went to Survivor Series War Games last year. A lot of us YouTubers that do live here in Chicago went, and we all had a great time. Because I did feel, and with as big as the WWE has been getting, and as hot as it has been getting lately, I know and I feel like the prices are going to be skyrocketed way more than they usually are. So I'm sure it's not going to be a cheap penny, and I'm sure it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to go to one of these events. I do want to go, though, because I'd love to, and I was just at Chumblebee's house. Me and Chumblebee were hanging out, and I was talking to him, and we want to go to U.S. Bank Stadium. So I'd love to go to U.S. Bank Stadium, go to SummerSlam. If I am going to do it, I'd love to go both nights because I feel like that's the only way you should do it. Because if you're going to go one night, I get it, don't have the funds, don't have the money and everything else like that. But it is 2 years away. And I say that, but before you know it, we'll be in the end of 2025, and we'll be talking about how SummerSlam is in a month, and it's going to be 2 nights. So we'll have to see with that. But yes, the tickets are going to skyrocket. You're probably not going to be able to get the prices that you once were getting, and like how I got, Kyle, other YouTubers, people that have went to events, stuff like that. So expect a price increase of it being 2 nights. I just hope they're not as many and they're not as expensive as WrestleMania tickets, because if that's the case, I'm just going to WrestleMania because I've never been to a WrestleMania. And I want to go to a WrestleMania really, really bad. I want WWE 2K24. What? You're already thinking about 2K24. He said 2K20 or 2K25. He said 2K24. Who? How long till every PLE? Well, that is the big thing. I personally do not want every pay-per-view to be 2 nights because I think that takes away from it, because that's the whole point, and that would be taken away, and that would be just I personally don't know how I'd feel about that, because it's like you're taking away the, like, remember when they first did it, the first ever WrestleMania when it was COVID, they had to do it 2 nights and everything else like that. So I just hope that they do not put themselves in a situation that it is not good and that it is not a just money grab. Because in reality, at the end of the day, that's all this is. It's all about getting extra money. It's all about going out there, doing this and that with their shenanigans, and hoping that people continue to buy and go. And again, people are going to go. And it's going to be okay. But, like I said, just expect it before we actually go and before you actually, So, that's just the one thing I'm going to say about that. We got Jadis in the house. What's up, Jadis? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out. Thank you guys coming and hanging out with me. I do appreciate you spending your day here with me. What's up, Olivia? We got Olivia in the house. It's crazy UK has SmackDown first, isn't it? Isn't it kind of crazy? Like I've talked to, and I've said it about you guys too, and I've talked to you guys about it too. I have a few friends that live out of state, and for some reason, their show starts an hour after mine does. So like my friend, he starts SmackDown at 8 o'clock when we started at 7 o'clock. So it's very weird. I don't understand it. I never will, and I just don't get that. So, what else we got? I see WWE 2K, or Naomi should be added to WWE 2K24. I don't disagree with you on that one, Chris. Common 169 was mentioned in the night's QR code. I saw the QR code, but not going to ruin it. Well, thank you, Jadis, for that. But I did see that. And hey, you know what? That's why I'm saying you never know who's watching, what social media team's watching. All it takes, guys, is somebody to show you on there, and you're big time. So just like I always say, guys, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding. Keep killing it, because all it takes is that one phone call. And who knows, we go into the big time. So, QR code, Common 169, doing his thing, guys. You love to see it. Naomi could be added to WWE 2K. Isn't she a DLC? Or no? Is she a DLC? She might be. Wrestling Days in the UK, and he saw SmackDown and streaming it. I love Wrestle Days, but that's why I don't go on into his shows as much, is because he's able to watch them way before any of us do. So Steve says BPLE should remain one night. Yes. Please. We don't need 2 nights of Backlash. We don't need 2 nights of Fastlane. We don't need 2 nights of Beat a Bang and Beat a Bomb and whatever the heck they want to call it. But I do believe the A pay-per-views, Survivor Series, the Rumble, SummerSlam, and WrestleMania should be the only 4 pay-per-views that should be considered 2 nights. That's it. But yeah, leave and do like Steve said, do the combos. Do SmackDown, then the pay-per-view. Do SmackDown, then the pay-per-view. Like they did for Survivor Series, like they did for other shows, like they're doing for King and Queen of the Ring. I think that's what they should do. Let's just say one of your predictions happened last night, so I'm not going to say it. It's the preview show. I did see who won King and Queen of the Ring, so I did see that Randy Orton and Nia Jax did win and move on. So we are 2-0 on our predictions, guys. We're doing good here. I did not watch all of it. I did watch some of it, and then what did I do last night? Oh, after I got off of Kyle's podcast, I had to upload a few videos. I showered, and then I think I went to bed. Yeah, because I fell asleep in my chair. So, I fell asleep in my chair. But, we got Adrian in the house. What's up, Adrian? Thank you for coming and hanging out. But, guys, that is all that I really do have for you. We will talk more about the SummerSlam, the King and Queen of the Ring stuff on tomorrow, tonight, Sunday, next Sunday, when we do our next TTW episode. So, we'll continue to talk about WrestleMania being 2 nights. We'll continue to talk about the King and Queen of the Ring until tomorrow, see who wins, and who gets that opportunity. We'll find out less than 24 hours away. But like I said, today's episode wasn't going to be too long. Not too much to say other than everything I just said. So, just wanted to come on here, give you my quick thoughts, my opinions on everything, and then say goodbye until we come back here tonight for Friday Night SmackDown. So, guys, thank you for coming and hanging out here. If you have not yet, go and check out. We have 2 new videos out. We simulated the triple threat, the women's match, Cody versus Logan Paul coming out in a little bit. After SmackDown, we're going to have the Randy Orton and Gunther, and then we're going to have the Nia and Lyra match come out. So, we still got some good stuff coming out. Go check out our episode with OTM on the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Kyle, too sweet Kyle. We had ourselves a good conversation last night. Go check out my Double or Nothing preview show. Go check out the Southside Boys, AL East, the beast of the AL East. Go and check out my Double or Nothing preview show, my King of the Ring preview show, and all of the great content that we have here on the channel. But also, guys, go follow all the social medias. Go and hit that like button. Go and join the channel. Become a member. Leave a super chat, all that good stuff. Remember, if you do hit that like button and you do subscribe, we will be on the road to 3,000 and 5K. Once we get to 5K, another raffle will be going underway. Another one of you lucky subscribers are going to win a $50 gift card to WWE Shop. So, subscribe on the road to 5K, and make sure that you guys do that. Hit that like button on this episode. And lastly, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live next. Let's got to give away our MVP. Let's give it to our guy, SCW Steve. Steve is tonight's MVP of the chat. So, thank you to everybody coming and hanging out. Remember to go do all that good stuff that I just told you to do. But go enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon, and I'll see y'all here tonight at 7 o'clock in 2 hours and 10 minutes for another episode of Friday Night SmackDown.